gentlemen, are you ready?
Welcome to the Black on Black Crypto Podcast.
The Black on Black Crypto Podcast.
With BGZ, K-Rock, and Shay Royals. Tonight, we run with the bull on the Black on Black Crypto Podcast.
What up, people? Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Welcome back on another beautiful day. Just dropping in to take a look at the market with y'all, man. How y'all doing out there? People out here making money. People out here getting paid. I know some of y'all got fat wallets. I done already talked to y'all. Congratulations if you're sitting on Shiba right now. Shiba is going berserk. I mean, Shiba's going ham right now. Up 54% on the day. And I mean, just since the 26th of February, so in about a week, I mean, we up 240, 259, 260%, man. Congratulations to y'all on catching this 3 times for Shiba. Woo! Congratulations. That's a big pump. Loving it. What am I seeing for Shiba? Well, this comes the hard part, right? You see, I got my little box drawn. Now, this thing is just pumping past levels, so don't mind me. Shiba could just keep pumping through the roof, man. What I do see, however, is let me go out to the macro first. So I'm going to go out to the weekly and see where we're at. Yeah, she was gone right above that level already, man. So let's go out to the weekly. I mean, at the weekly, of course, we still got room to still go up. We're not even in the overbought territory yet on the RSI. So when it comes to Shiba, of course, the trend is still up. And with that huge pump, that's a good sign for all of you Shiba holders. It looks like you're going to be making a new all-time high. So congratulations to you if you bought into Shiba down here. Now, what I am saying, of course, we know how crypto works, same as with stocks and everything, but especially with crypto, right? It's very volatile. And I'm expecting some type of correction. Now, maybe it happens when we get to the Fibonacci here, the 382. When we get to that level, we get some type of correction and come back down to the 236. I'd like, maybe we get a much deeper correction, which is, something to be concerned about. Or, again, looking at how it went up last time, right? Let me spread this out on the weekly. It came down with a lot of resistance, but we passed most of that resistance already for Shiba. So, I mean, technically, if we can break above this point, especially on this wave, that's wild. Like, we could really get a much bigger pump, man, out of Shiba. I'm not buying into Shiba right now. This is chasing green candles, but this is one of those meme coins, again, that has no real world utility. That if you bought into, you're very happy right now that you bought into Shiba, especially if you bought down here at the bottom. All right. You bought down here at this bottom level for Shiba, you are up. Right now, it's about 500%. So you got a 5X out of Shiba already. And I mean, peak March just started, man. We're just in March. I mean, we've been spending the whole year talking about what's going to happen after April, after the halving. We're just in March, and these coins are going ham. I'm telling y'all, it's going to be a super cycle, man. I'm expecting to cool down on Shiba. It looks like we might have hit that level right here. The same as we hit. This is back in 2021, in October 2021. And we came down from that level. I'm expecting probably a similar retrace here. We came down about close to 37%. So that was a nice deep retrace after this huge candle up. That would be a healthy correction. You're talking about a 500% gain with a 30% retrace. So it's not bad, 30 to 40%. Again, if you want to take profit and shift some of those gains that you've had over to other coins, that wouldn't be a bad move. Not financial advice. Do your own research. We're going to try to make some of our profits work for us this bull run, right? When we're making these profits, especially in these earlier waves. As we get further on into the bull run, yeah, we want to place those on stable coins and make sure we secure the bag. But right now it's all about, catching some of these other projects that have not had their takeoff yet. What I'm looking for, all right, when I'm looking at the charts, this is what I'm looking for. And just having the experience of going through the previous bull run, right? Look, man, I don't think there were any coins that did not make anyone any profit in the last bull run. Now, I may be wrong when I say any, but every coin I looked at was making somebody some money. And, whether it was a 5 times or 10 times or a 100 times or, 1,000 times or something like that, that's another thing. But all of them were in the positive. So what I'm looking at is right now on the weekly chart, I'm looking at, I think this is the 100-day EMA. All right, I got my chakra EMAs going to work for me now. This is what I use them for. So I'm looking at this. This is the 10, 20, 50. This is the 100-day EMA on the weekly chart. And I'm looking for coins that have not passed that 100-day EMA yet. Now, if you look over here, we did get that crossover on the EMAs. All right, we haven't gotten the big crossover yet. So Shiba has a major pump coming once this solar plexus, I think, chakra crosses over that 100-day EMA. We got the smaller crossover here. Let me see if I can make that bigger for y'all. All right, got the smaller crossover here. We got another crossover coming. I think we're going to cool down before that second crossover happens. We're going to get another pump. And we haven't even, on the weekly chart, gotten the root chakra on the chart yet. So, the root chakra's out here floating, trying to figure out where that moving average is going to be at. But yeah, Shiba's going to have major upside potential. Shiba is one, if you're into trading, I would watch real closely and try to buy into this dip whenever, we get this dip back down somewhere around 0.00002590. Somewhere around there, if you can buy back into Shiba, that would be an excellent place to buy in even long from there to try to catch this wave up, because Shiba is really looking like it's going to take off and create some new all-time highs. Just looking at the chart on the weekly level, we have a lot of long-term growth ahead of us for Shiba. All right, so Shiba's looking hot. Let's take a look at Bitcoin. All right. Bitcoin is at 66,615. I was drawing some patterns on the last 5. Let me get some of this stuff off of here. Got here. All right. Bitcoin is almost at the all-time high. I drew a trend line up there. I mean, we could see Bitcoin extend and try to touch this trend line. That would be cool. Catch everyone off guard. We could see Bitcoin stop here and turn around right here at the all-time high at around 69,000. All right, so be on the lookout for that. Let's go in on the daily See if we see any divergences. So yeah, we got a divergence, right? So you got a nice high over here. Got a lower high forming over here, right? And even more recently, yeah, no, that's not bad. But we do have a higher high on the RSI back in December and a lower high on the RSI right here today. All right. So with the higher high on the chart. So we got a lower high on the RSI, higher high on our chart. And this is why, again, I've been anticipating that we're going to have some type of turnaround soon. Now, again, that does not mean that we have to stop right now. All right. We're still early into this bull run. So do not take, well, I can't tell you what to do, right? Everybody got to do what they got to do with their own money. You do what your gut tells you, what your instincts tell you. If you are familiar with technical analysis, do what the technical charts say. If you have other people that you follow, go check out what they have to say, what they're anticipating, what they think. I get my information from a variety of sources, and ultimately I come up with my own conclusion with what I think. And that's why I learned to read the charts. I didn't want to have to be dependent on anyone else to be able to kind of tell me what I'm looking at. So, again, I think we're going to have a turnaround shortly, just based on what I'm seeing. It's not going to be a major turnaround, but we are going to have a healthy correction. And one thing that gives me that idea is Ethereum. Right? Ethereum had somewhat of a divergence too, but the difference is Ethereum is much further away from its all-time high than Bitcoin is. All right, we still got another $1,200, $1,300, almost $1,400 to go on Ethereum to reach its all-time high. All right, so don't be surprised if we don't see an Ethereum run. This is about another 37% for Ethereum to get anywhere near where Bitcoin is at in its current run. And when we look at the total three, right, this thing is continuing to pump and we have more space over here. So what should happen is as Bitcoin reaches its top and it reaches that psychological mark at the previous all-time high, the theory is going to be that your big investors are going to start taking their Bitcoin profits and cycling them back into other altcoins so that they can, continue to make some money while Bitcoin cools off a bit. And the money that they're going to make on those altcoins are going to be put back into Bitcoin when Bitcoin reaches a better price or a lower price that they can buy back into. As far as Bitcoin, Bitcoin could drop all the way back down into the 50s, 55, 54. I don't think it would drop too much lower, but, I wouldn't be surprised with anything right now. The way this thing is coiling up and getting ready to really blow up, we could have a nice deep drop, right? This thing could be very volatile. So I'm on my toes right now, just watching the market. I think you should be too, paying close attention. Set your alerts, alarms, stops, whatever you need to do. Just make sure you're paying attention. Don't let it get away from you. So that total three is just, really taking off. We got a lot more room to go to get up to the top. Here, we got a lot more space that we can really go up. And if you look at how powerful this thing is, right? I had a trend line that I drew here. And, we've almost gone outside of that trend line on the total three. Let me go back to the 4 hour. Yeah, we're pushing up against the top of that trend line. All right, if we're able to break through that trend line, that's going to unlock a lot of capital coming into the altcoins, right? This is going to really give the altcoins a pump. It's about $200 billion that that we're estimating coming into the altcoins before we have our next cool down. So, I'm watching this total 3 real close to see if we can push through this trend line. Maybe we bounce off, reset, and come back down right now. I don't know. We're going to watch and see what happens, right? Ethereum, BTC. This is going to be the key. All right, so we had this this trend line here. We did a fake out and we came back down. Now what we've done is we formed a double bottom here. Looks like we may be finding support here. This is a bullish sign if we're able to hold it, that we're gonna reverse out of here. And with that kind of signal, we should have enough momentum to push through that trend line finally. This is gonna be the key, and we're in the oversold territory. We just crept into it. You can see we have a lot of support here at this point in previous chart price history. And I think, yeah, if we can hold here and push out, we're gonna get a nice pump from Ethereum and other altcoins. All of your Ethereum related altcoins would be my target right now if I'm looking for hot projects to invest my profit in. I'd be looking for Ethereum related altcoins. Those will be the ones that I really be focused on. If you have any Ethereum related altcoins and you're lagging behind, if you're in a dip, this would be a great time to start to dollar cost average into those projects because again, I expect that we're going to get a pump coming soon. Not financial advice. Do your own research. All right, what else we got here? Let's look at some of the coins I'm looking at. XYO. XYO has this bull flag going on right here, and we're at the bottom of this bull flag. So this is one of the projects where, I'm suggesting that we may see another nice pump if you want somewhere to temporarily park some of your profits. XYO could be a good candidate. Not financial advice. Do your own research. ILV. Same thing. We're holding support pretty good here in what looks like a triangle A, B, C. Maybe we get a D, come down a little bit, and we're off. Looks like we're forming some type of a triangle pattern right here. So ILV is going to be a decent one. Looks like it's holding support. If I go out to the daily view, so yeah, we held pretty good. We had to cross over here, and now we held support. That should be the only signal this thing really needs to go ahead and shoot on out of here and start its first major push. Let's go to the weekly chart. You see we have plenty of space on the weekly chart. All right, and we're nowhere near that 100-day moving average. So again, this is the type of projects that I'm looking for that have that setup, right? You got your 1-2, you got your 1-2. So we got a nice strong setup for a 1-2-1-2. We're ready right now in the middle of a dip. This is a great time to buy ILV. A great point to buy it at, right at the support. You can see all of the support sitting over here. This will protect you from losses in the future. If we were to ever come back down also, you'll have a chance to sell before it pushes right through this. It has to, make its way through all of this support, this clutter. So this is a great point to buy ILV. If you're brand new into crypto, this is one that I would recommend that you look into, do your research. If you wanted to buy into, this would be the time to buy that now today, if you're interested, because we are about 4% down on the day in the middle of this dip, and we should be, even if we drop a little bit lower, we should be ready to actually blast off from here, and at least a double, and if not more. For ILV, looks like we're gonna really try to go up to about a 3x. So looking at about close to 300% before we have a small pullback. and further continuation to the upside. This is a beautiful looking chart. Shout out to the family who put me on ILV. This one here is going to make people a lot of money. So this is one I look to pull some of my profits into. If you're looking for a place to store your profits, don't just put it into a stable coin. Put it somewhere where you can possibly make some money while your favorite coin, your favorite project is cooling off and retracing. All right, we'll do things different on this bull run. Filecoin, again, one of those projects where it just doesn't want to take off quite yet, right? But when it does take off, all right, when this thing does go, this is a 3 or 4x. You know, we're talking about a 3 or 4 times out of the gate. Whenever this thing does decide to take off, Filecoin has huge upside. It's about a 200%, somewhere around there. Yeah, increase. With steps, gonna get some retraces, and you know you're gonna have a 300%. Go have some steps, get a retrace, and you know you could possibly go up to about a 600% gain. So Filecoin is a good candidate. Also, if you are brand new to crypto, you just got your Coinbase app, your Binance.us app, your Crypto.com. You just got your account. You did your KYC and know your customer. You added your driver's license and you connected your bank account. You're ready to go. You're looking for projects to get into. XYO, ILV, and FIL are going to be 3 prospects that you should do your own research. Look it up. Go to Twitter. Go to YouTube. Go to coinmarketcap.com, coingecko.com. Look up those projects. Do your research. Figure out if that's something that you're interested in. My last 2, ICP. Again, ICP on the weekly chart is one of those that have been kind of stalled out. I don't like ICP chart-wise. All right, I don't think ICP is going to make its all-time high. I just don't think so. Now, it could completely prove me wrong and just shoot to the moon. But ICP does still have a lot of positive upside where you can make some gains. So looking at ICP on the weekly chart, again, this is one where we are not quite at our 100-day moving average, and we've been moving sideways in a triangle pattern. And from what I understand, the longer that triangle pattern goes, the more powerful the move to the upside is going to be. And we've been holding in that triangle pattern for a while now. And we're getting towards the end of it, but we're not at that 100-day EMA. Again, this is my signal for looking for projects that I'm interested in. ICP has a huge following, huge kind of loyal fan base. Lots of people who bought into ICP, into this dip down here at around $2 or $3. They've already made about 4 times their money right now today. But just looking at the chart, this is not a bad place to buy ICP if you're going to buy it beneath this level of support that's coming up here, right? So we're going to have some a push up. It's going to be about close to double your money before we have some retrace actions checking back. We have to push through that 100-day EMA, and we'll come back and retest it before we continue on further to the upside, where you'll get into about a 3 or 4x. So, not a bad project to buy into today. You're still going to have some upside, be able to make some money with ICP. I just don't think it's going to have that super high upside of making that new all-time high for ICP. ICP has a long way to go to make an all-time high. I mean, we're talking, it's at $13 right now. So to get to your all-time high on ICP, you got to go to $631, right? I mean, I don't know if we're going to make it. That's a 47x if we do, however. So if you want to take a risk and bet that ICP is going to touch its all-time high, you got yourself a 50 times whatever you invest if you put it in the market now. And if it sees its all-time high, you could get close to an 80 times. So, I mean, when you look at it like that, if you got $100 to put on something to the side, that's not a bad bet. When you can take $100 and turn it into 8,000, possibly. You know, this is how we play crypto, man. You know, you got to get some skin in the game. And again, do your own research, not financial advice. Do I recommend that every Black American put some skin in the game in this market? Yes. And I have my reasons. We'll talk about those soon. But, you know, ICP is going to be one of those you want to look into. My last one I want to look into here is Clover. Clover is one of those long shots that has a very high, 50 to 100 times chart potential, and one that we are not at the 100-day EMA yet. One that I'm watching closely. We haven't even crossed over the yellow EMA yet. So this thing is either going to die and just fizzle out, or it'll, figure out a way to make some moves. The company will, make a partnership, do something, or not. This is a long shot, admittedly, but I like the long shots in crypto. These are the ones that give you the greatest risk to reward ratio. If you're looking for safer options, you always got Bitcoin, you always got Ethereum. Those things are going to do what they do. You got some other coins out there that are going to be safer and give you perhaps 5 times, 10 times, which is good money. But I'm in crypto for the big gains, so I'm looking for these things to flip 100 times, 50 times, 1,000 times if you can get lucky and find one. And you'll be surprised, these are always the ones that manage to beat 1,000 times, the ones that nobody sees coming, the ones that nobody's looking at and into. Jasmine was one of those ones, right? When it got pulled from the innovation zone, Jasmine was one of those ones that nobody saw coming. And these are always the ones that end up doing the most. Just got to do the research behind the company, see what they're about. If you like it, if you see some promise in it, you see any future real world application in it, those are the best ones to try to get into. The meme coins are cool. They're going to make you a lot of money. But those are some of the best ones to get into. Jasmine's already passed over its 100-day EMA. I'm expecting a cool down on Jasmine. Let me remove this stuff off of here. I'm expecting a cool down on Jasmine. It looks like we might have hit a top here at around 0.027. Yeah, so I mean, you got to understand, we came from a fraction of a penny, right? 0.0027 or something like that. And I mean, we're almost up 10 times from there. It's time for a cool down. I'm expecting this thing to cool down, maybe retest this 100-day moving average here. So I'm watching this real close. I've already taken some profits up in that area. Not a lot, just about 10% of my Jasmine portfolio I took and I diversified out into some of these coins that I think we could possibly make some money on while Jasmine is cooling off. Those plays could work out. They could not work out. Again, you want to put some of that stuff onto stable coins if you want to. It's up to you, right? Bitcoin's still moving up. We're at 67,000. So Bitcoin's continuing to push higher. Shiba's still going up. We're at 55%. So yeah, you got to do what you think is best for you. At the end of the day, my best advice is, if you're making money, especially if you're new to crypto, take profits. Put money back in your pocket. Don't get greedy. You're going to be more at risk of losing those gains because crypto is so volatile, especially as a new trader, than you will be of getting rich. The odds of you getting rich are going to be good, depending on what token you find and how much you invest initially. But if you don't have a lot of money invested, the odds of you getting rich off of this is going to be slim, right? You got $100 invested, the odds of you getting rich are going to be slim. You catch 1,000x, beautiful. You know what I'm saying? They are rare. They happen, but they are rare. You got to get real lucky to find you 1,000x. Not all of these coins are going to go 1,000 times your investment, but put some of your money away, man. If you got $100 and you turned it into 300, take $50 and put it in your pocket. you know. And if your 250 that you got left turns into 1,000, all right, cool, man. Let me take 200 or 300 and put it in my pocket. Now you got 700 in there. That 700 turned into 2,100. You know what, man? Let me just go ahead and take another stack out of my pocket. You know, stack out, and let me see if that 1,000 will turn into 10,000. I mean, whatever formula works for you, right? But put some money back in your pocket if you're new, as you make these gains, as you're new to crypto. The big smile on your face is going to come at the end of the bull run. When all of this is over and this thing finally turns around, you're going to have two types of people. You're going to have people that are happy that they made some money and they was able to pocket some money and that they got it in their pocket off of whatever minimal investment they started with. Or you go have some people that's mad as hell because they were not able to trade out of that market and keep those gains that they had. Perhaps some people that lost money. That happened in 2021 in the previous bull run. The bull run did what it was supposed to do. It gave everybody a profit, man. It went up, went up, went up. Gave people 5 and 10 X's and 15 and 20 X's. You know, people wanted a 50 and 100 X's. We were waiting. It didn't happen, right? It had a point where it had to turn around and cool off. And it cooled off until now. It took 2 years for that cool off to happen. So while you're making this money, this is called euphoria, right? You got the fear and greed. Everybody's getting greedy. Of course, we want more. Don't be overly greedy. Take some money, take it, put it in profit, put it in a stable coin, put it into other projects that are less risky, that haven't quite pumped as hard. Protect some of those gains that you've had so that you can make sure that you leave the market with a profit. But that's pretty much it. Jasmine's dropping a little bit as we go. Just wanted to come out here and talk about the market a bit. We ain't gonna sit here and watch this all day. Just wanted to holler at y'all for a minute. Hope everybody having a great day. I'll talk to y'all shortly, man. We got a surprise coming up for y'all. But y'all be easy, be great. Catch y'all on the flip side. Holla.
Soundstripe.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready?
Welcome to the Black on Black Crypto Podcast.
The Black on Black Crypto Podcast.
With BGZ, K-Rock, and Shay Royals. Tonight, we run with the bull on the Black on Black Crypto Podcast.